What is up, people? Matt here again. Today's video is a top 10 for once. I generally do top 5s, but this one had to be a top 10. So, what is the top 10 about? Well, from the title of the video, this top 10 is about my top 10 favourite or best Xbox 360 franchise or specific games. Now, you'll know why I said specific games. As always, if your game isn't on the list, it's because I either hadn't played it or I personally didn't think it was deserving of a place on my top 10. For all you know, it could be in my top 20, but this is just a top 10. So, without further ado, let's get on with the top 10. So, the games are on my bed, so I have to turn around every once in a while to get the games to talk about them. So, at number 10, this is an honourable, well, I suppose, no, it is a, yeah, it's fair enough. This is actually a single game instead of a series. So, number 10 is Saints Row 2. Now, why only Saints Row 2, you might ask? Personally, I thought this was the best instalment in the series, although 1 was very good. 3 and 4 are a disappointment to me. So, yeah, Saints Row 2 had to be number 10, purely because the rest of the series has been a bit of a letdown. But it's still a stellar game. So, number 9 is the Left 4 Dead series. So, Left 4 Dead 1 and Left 4 Dead 2. I'm impartial to them personally. I like the games. They're a bit of co-op fun or single player fun if you really like playing on your own. I personally prefer Left 4 Dead 1 to 2, but that's just a personal preference. They're both pretty similar. It's more about the characters and the locations rather than anything about the actual difference in gameplay. So, at number 9 is the Warriors Orochi series. So, Warriors Orochi 1 and Warriors Orochi 2. Now, obviously you might know that Warriors Orochi 3 does exist. However, Warriors Orochi 1 and Warriors Orochi 2 make the number 8 spot. Now, why have I left out 3? For starters, they got rid of English voices. That annoyed me. And yeah, that's the only reason really. They got rid of English voices. I'm very bitter about that. So Warriors Orochi 3 does not deserve to be in my top 10 games. It doesn't even deserve to be a sequel to these two. A lot of people are going to be angry about that. That's my opinion. So there you go. I think this is a pretty deserving spot for it. At number 7 is the Dead Rising series. So Dead Rising 1, Dead Rising 2, the spin-off, I suppose you'd call it, Dead Rising 2 off the record. Obviously there's Dead Rising Case Zero, Dead Rising Case West, but they're downloads only, so I haven't got a physical copy of them. A stellar series. I really like this series. It's just a bit of fun. I really, this is a good series. Obviously, the first one was exclusive to the 360. It got a port to the Wii. Dead Rising 2, obviously, is on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. Dead Rising 2, again, 360, PlayStation 3. Unfortunately, Dead Rising 3 is exclusive to the Xbox One. I don't own an Xbox One, so whether I'll ever get to play it or not, I don't know. But there you go. So, that was number 7. So, number 6. Now, a lot of people are going to be pretty mad about this. Just because it's only made number 6. But, my number 6 spot goes to Halo 3. So, why did Halo 3 only make the number 6 spot? It may well be one of the best multiplayer games of all time. excluding Halo 2. But why only number 6? Frankly, the follow-ons from this have just not lived up to it whatsoever. Not a single one of them has even managed to touch what Halo 3 has managed. Halo 3 ODST, no. Halo Wars obviously can't be compared to it. Halo 4, nope. Halo Reach, definitely no. Halo 3 deserves the spot on its own forever. None of the Halo games, I think, bar the first two, ever even kind of are on equal footing with Halo 3. Sorry if you like Halo Reach, Halo ODST and Halo 4, but nah, they're not the same. So, that was number 6. The number 5 spot goes to... Now, this is quite... I didn't get into this until recently somewhat. The Dark Souls, or the Souls series. So, Dark Souls, obviously... Dark Souls, and then obviously the newest addition to the family, Dark Souls 2. No, they're not. Let's get one thing straight. These games are not extremely difficult. They're not impossible. You can get through them fairly easily as long as you level up and know how to play the game. But having said that, they are extremely fun series. I've enjoyed playing all of them. I only got into them recently, but that doesn't change the fact they're fun games. They're also challenging games, but not difficult games. There is a steep learning curve in the games. Obviously, I didn't include the original Demon Souls because that's not an Xbox 360 title. That's for another list. Spoiler alert. But yeah, number 5 goes to the Soul series, excluding Demon Souls. So, at number 4, we have the Grand Theft Auto series, or Grand Theft Auto 4, and the Grand Theft Auto 5. So, both amazing games, to be fair. I enjoyed both of them. I enjoyed the story on 5 more, but I enjoyed the multiplayer on 4. Both stellar games though, both really good games. I enjoyed them, especially, obviously 4's online was amazing and 5's co-op, although the online is, I don't know, the online is okay I guess, but it's okay, that's all I can say about it really. So number 4 was the Grand Theft Auto series, or 4 and 5. Now this is when it gets down to the real numbers. Everyone is going to go crazy for me saying this. Some people won't agree with me whatsoever and others will agree with me. My number 3 spot is a franchise that I have talked about before. The Final Fantasy 13 saga. So Final Fantasy 13. Final Fantasy 13-2 and Final Fantasy 13-3 Lightning Returns. Yes, this trilogy is some of my favourite Xbox 360 games, no matter what anyone says. I have thoroughly enjoyed playing through all 3 of these games. I still think that they are a wonderful addition to the Final Fantasy franchise. No matter what anybody says. I love all the characters. So yes, the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy or saga makes number 3. Now, number 2 and number 1 will forever be changing in my mind. But at the moment of doing this video, I have a decision. So, my number 2 spot goes to The Elder Scrolls Oblivion and The Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Some of you will be going crazy at this point, saying, why isn't Elder Scrolls your favourite series? and that's a fair assumption, or a fair comment to make. While I did enjoy both of these games immensely, there is one series to rule them all, in my opinion. But before we get to that, I've got some honourable and dishonourable mentions to make. So, let's start with the dishonourable mention. My dishonourable mention for this video is Dynasty Warriors 6. What can I say about this game? It is the low point in the Dynasty Warriors series. They ruined some character looks. They ruined some character weapons. They ruined the gameplay. They just... I don't know what they were thinking when they made this game, but it wasn't good. Now, in its defence, it was the first Dynasty Warriors game to reach the next gen at the time, so the 7th gen. But there was a PlayStation 2 version of this, and apparently it's even worse. So bad it's nearly unplayable. But that's neither here nor there. So that was my dishonourable mention. My honourable mention... What can I say about this game? Well, the game is, in question, Phantasy Star Universe Online. Phantasy Star Universe. What did I say online for? Anyway, because it's online. Why does this get an honourable mention? I have many, very, 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 very many fond memories of the online of this game. And although the servers have shut down, rest in peace, the Phantasy Star Universe servers, this game will forever have fond memories for me. One day, maybe, Sega will revive this wonderful game or make a sequel. There is a private server being worked on. If you're interested in knowing about it, I may put a link down in the video description to the Facebook page supporting it. But Phantasy Star Universe is a wonderful game, and it deserves an honourable mention. So, if we've been waiting for this moment, my number one favourite franchise and series or games on the Xbox 360 is Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Some of my favourite games of all time, it has to be said. I've spent hundreds of hours combined on both of these games and on these games separately. It's just such amazing RPGs, and they're what still makes Western RPGs today successful. They're just such amazing games. They're just so amazing. The games are just so amazing. It's no surprise that Fallout 3 won the Game of the Year in, what was it, 2008? Yeah, 2008. Fallout 3 was the best game of 2008, but I think it was one of the best games of the 7th generation. Period. So yeah, the Fallout series, or Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, some of my favourite 360 games. You never know, we might get a Fallout 4. Maybe. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you on the next video. Bye now.